We begin with the plan to reopen New York City schools this fall. The mayor says it's the most important piece to reopening the city.
But there are major concerns from parents, students, and teachers. We have team coverage tonight. CBS 2's Dave Carlin has reaction from parents and students. But we begin with political reporter Marcia Kramer. She's live breaking down the mayor's plan. Marcia.
Well, Dick and Jessica, the city's solution to educating kids in the COVID era is a blended learning approach that could lead to some classrooms being closed, some schools being closed, if there's an outbreak of a virus. But some are questioning the safety and whether the city can actually pull it off.
I'm not going to do anything when it comes to New York City public schools that is anything less but than the standard I would set for my very own children.
Mayor de Blasio unveiling a plan to reopen the city's 1,800 schools in the fall that, despite his brave words, has a lot of people concerned. Yes, schools will resort to remote learning if the infection rate goes above 3%. And yes, there will be a mask requirement and intense cleaning of school buildings. But even schools Chancellor Richard Carranza's assurances,
we are focusing on the science, not science fiction,
are not convincing. United Federation of Teachers President Michael Mulgrew telling me he has a lot of concerns. For example, 70,000 kids, he says, don't have school nurses. And he says the contact tracing and testing plans are inadequate. He also claims that last spring the city didn't follow its own rules.
We're going to need certain things in place. And if we feel that your policies are wrong, we're going to go out into the streets and do whatever we have to do to get parents and everyone to get those policies changed before we go back to live instruction.
The plan is for students to go back into classrooms 2 to 3 days a week, then do remote learning the rest of the week. Parents can choose all remote learning if they want.
We're really choosing from a portfolio of imperfect solutions.
There are several scenarios. If there are 1 or 2 confirmed cases in a classroom, the whole room will transition to remote learning while students and staff quarantine for 14 days. If there are at least 2 cases in multiple classrooms, the entire building closes and all students transition to remote learning while contact tracers investigate. Many parents think they should rework the plan.
You're basically going to have to stay home with them.
How are you going to track everybody being positive or negative in a school?